This week, feds spent more on weed busts than domestic terrorism, and a Wisconsin man was separated from his family for mailing cannabis. Hi, this is Mary from Mary Jane News, and you are watching This Week in Weed. According to a new report from Vice News, the government poured more money into prohibition and anti-immigration efforts last year than it spent on preventing incidents of domestic terrorism. Funding for programs targeting right-wing radicals, like those responsible for the recent shootings in Ohio and Texas, has been cut. The funding for those programs has been reallocated to new initiatives that target immigrants, refugees, Muslims, and other minority groups. The government also cut $18 million of funding from Homeland Security's Office of Community Partnerships, which helps provide grants to organizations like Life After Hate, a group that helps people leave white supremacist groups. Ironically, the government then spent $18 million on seizing and destroying cannabis plants last year. This funding was given to the DEA's Domestic Cannabis Eradication and Suppression Program, which has been dedicated to finding and destroying pot farms since 1981. What a great use of our resources. Hopefully in 2020, we can elect a new leader who realizes that domestic terrorism is far more serious than cannabis prohibition or immigration. A Wisconsin man has been permanently separated from his wife and newborn child because he was caught mailing cannabis. In 2014, a postal employee discovered weed in a parcel box sent by Sathi Kum, a Cambodian man who's lived in Wisconsin since he was 2 years old. He told the court he was shipping cannabis for some extra cash to support his small printing business, which didn't go over well. He didn't go to prison right away, but he was placed on probation for 3 years. Then, in 2015, police found marijuana at the site of his business. The authorities considered it a violation of his probation, and a judge sentenced him to a year in prison. During that year, his daughter was born. When Sathi was released from prison in December of 2016, ICE got a hold of him. They sent him to a detention center for additional 7 months. After he was released, again, he returned home in August of 2017, just long enough to marry his wife at their daughter's first birthday party, but not long enough to enjoy a happily ever after. ICE grabbed him again in December of 2017, and that was the last time he saw his daughter and wife. Regardless of state laws, marijuana remains illegal at the federal level. Any violation of federal laws, no matter how minor or inconsequential, can result in any immigrant, undocumented or otherwise, to get deported from the United States. The takeaway here is that if you're a non-citizen working in the United States in the legal cannabis industry, it can result in a citizenship denial or deportation, even if you've lived here your whole life. For more on this story and cannabis news, head over to maryjane.com.